Everything is in the frame, more or less?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So so I was saying welcome back. Still a few people will join, but I think there is a few new people. Maybe we'll do a quick round of introduction. So the other people, yeah, Wes. If so we'll have yeah, thank you. So we'll we'll have time for the other to join. So I think over there, maybe you give us a short introduction about yourself. I mean, were you there the first time?
No,
yeah.
first time.
First time now, yeah. Okay.
I'm Sandro. I have not. I just started to learn some skills on data science and machine learning.
Yeah.
But I have more biotech background.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in different application of the field. So
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe the other quickly, and then we come over there. So.
I'm Pascaline. It's the third time for me to assist in your sessions.
Yeah.
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 I'm Victor. I'm a bioinformatician. I'm in the AI gaming team with Natalie, Pedro, and Stefano. All not here. And today I'm mostly helping people because I couldn't bring my computer. So Natalie has all the weight. No pressure.
Hi, my name is Natalie. So it's my third time, and I don't know much about AI, but I'm interested to learn new stuff.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Isabel. I used to be a project manager. I'm now looking for a job, so I'm also learning about AI to take advantage of this new revolution. And this is also my third time here.
My name is Marcos. It's also my third time. I am working in the cybersecurity field, and I'm also interested in AI, the capabilities it has.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe over there, yeah.
Yes, I'm John. This is my second time. I was at the very first session, but not any of the coding sessions, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. So, yeah.
Cool, thank you. Yeah.
I'm Rob. I came once before in Geneva. I'm very interested in the language models, LLMs.
LLMs, yeah. Great. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Monica. I was just the first time, so there was also no coding, and I'm just interested in seeing how is it, what's it,
Okay. Yeah, great, thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Manuela. I've been, I guess, 4 times, and I'm interested in AI for work and personal, and I'm an analyst at work.
Nice, thank you. Yeah.
I'm Ilya. I'm here for the third time, and I'm a pharmacy student, and I just want to learn as much as possible about AI.
Great, thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Andrea. It's my third time. I'm with talent acquisition, and I look forward to understand more for work and for personal purposes.
Good, thank you. So yeah, I just realized it's the first time. So yeah, well done everyone. The momentum is here, and we want to keep going. So yeah, I guess everybody knows me more or less from the last. You were there the first time, you said? Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, I was thinking about today. Because either we will, if it will there be a lot of new people, we will have maybe done the grandma thing again, but we think we've done it enough. So maybe we can start something different today. I know last time when I asked, like, people don't really know what to think and what to do. Maybe I'm going to ask one more time. Does anyone have some idea about what project we could do? Something simple that we can demonstrate here. I remember there's one topic I kind of like was big data dashboard. Is that something interesting? Yeah? So we do something different. The thing is, I don't have the big data. I don't know how to describe the big data, but we can just pretend. We can just say
Can you scrape from LinkedIn?
Well, we need tools for scraping, and LinkedIn or those big companies, they have a lot of tools to not being, to block you. So it's not the best choice. There are ways, but then we need, maybe half an hour to make that work. So I think there are some websites with fake data, so I think we can try with that. So just gather some data and then do a dashboard. Yeah? Is that cool? Yeah. Alright, so dashboard. Any other one with another suggestion?
I have an idea, but it's not simple. So,
Yeah, remember, you have complex ideas.
No, but I mean, I have a simpler idea.
Yeah.
Just a simple workout-ish app. So
Yeah.
essentially, we imply some workout data, or like body weight or things like that.
Yeah.
And we just say today you need to do shoulders, what are the most useful exercises,
Yeah.
and maybe you can maybe go on the internet, or just have already data and just tell us, okay, this is the plan.
So it's a bit similar to the Grandma app, where you track the data, but
Yeah,
more with
yes.
more information,
Of course.
information about your weight and other stuff, right?
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's simple. So the idea is to make a website
Yeah.
with a panel that includes some chatting capabilities.
Yeah.
So it would API on the ChatGPT, and maybe it will do one or two things on the website.
Yeah.
Some website functionality.
So all the LLM things is something I wanted to start introducing next time, because I would have to prepare the class. Basically what he wants, and that's the aim, is to, because now we're learning how to make apps with a large language model, but we also want to have a large language model that connects to a large language, an application that connects to a large language model. So you can do queries like asking questions in your application, right? The thing is, for that we need either to ask, it's called API calls, meaning calling a service online, and that's usually you have to pay for it. So you have to set up an account, get your credit card in there, maybe give $5 or more, and then you receive a key, and this key you can give it to Claude and say, hey, I have a key, or it's better not to give a key actually, just say I have a key, and then he's going to tell you where, to make a separate file, because the key means if someone steals your key, it means you can spend all your money. So it's a bit dangerous. And another danger is the other option is to have it local. Hello?
Hello, sorry, I'm
No worries. Please take a seat. The other option, hello. No worries. So the other option is to have it local on your computer, but then you need a strong computer, at least that has some graphic power. Maybe those seats are not the best because you're going to block the view. Can we maybe put some chairs over there? Yes.
I can just sit here maybe.
Yeah.
It's okay for everyone.
Later we'll rearrange a bit. Just explain. So the local, if you have it on your local machines, that's the best option because then it's free and you can test as much as you want. Because I was going to say the other danger of having a API, from your computer calling to your your service. The danger if you're developing and you're testing is that suddenly your application does 100 calls a second, and then all your money is gone within a second. So this is why it's better to practice if you can. Have an LLM on your computer. That's the best. But we'll dig into that at the next session. Any other questions? Yeah? No question? Maybe just quickly, 3 new people have just arrived. Do you want to give a quick introduction? Why you're here? What you work in, and what's your interest with AI?
So I'm Julia. I'm a business analyst there, and I was trying to start my startup in dietetics because I'm also dietitian by education.
Yeah.
But it looks like I will come back to business analysis.
Okay, yeah, it's tough launching something, but maybe with AI it can help you to do or build something way faster.
So if we can build something around food, by the way, I can scrape if we need something.
For scraping?
Yeah.
You have some ideas?
If we can build something around food, because it's like an obsession, but I don't have really an idea.
Yeah, so scraping, that's a topic that will arrive later. So at the moment we've had 4 sessions and 3 coding sessions, and now it's really gathering people, getting interest. And what I suggest for everyone is to have a project, have an idea, because now I'm going to show you how to code with AI, and then have some project, have some idea you can practice at home. And we want to meet once a week, and when we meet, we can just share what we're working on, how it's evolving, or how we are stuck, and so on and so on. Thank you. Yeah, maybe you too. Yeah.
I'm Ollie. I work in digital marketing, but this year I did a data science bootcamp. So heavily involved with Python and data science techniques and AI as well. Yeah, big data. And yeah, so my interest is really just to get involved with projects and meet like-minded people, and
good.
That's it.
Good
really.
place. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Katrin, I'm Technical Product Manager, and I am experimenting with different AI tools and with coding. I'm interested in automation and how to automate workflows.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so automation is one of the strengths of LLMs or the new AI. So yeah, automation and optimization, that's really where things shine, and also extracting data from big data, making sense of patterns and so on. It's also pretty good. The only thing that right now the LLMs, they cannot take in too much data. There are some tricks around it, but you cannot feed in a large language model with a lot of data, because they're limited in the number of texts you can send in. But every company is working on improving that, and I just read there's a company that is going to accept that they're working on 100,000 tokens input, and I think there is another model that says you can feed in kind of three or four books. So yeah, just be patient. Technology is evolving. So now I guess we're going to go with the dashboard, because the two other options, this one was a bit too similar to the previous case, and the other option we're going to work on it later. So any questions so far before we start? So just maybe the format is like for an hour now, coding or getting as far as possible with the models. With the idea, and then from there we'll spend an hour on your computers and in groups working together, maybe applying some things you learned today, and then we do a bit of networking. Is that cool for everyone? Okay. Yeah, sorry we cannot order food, it's a bit complicated, but feel free to order drinks, so they let us this space for free, so our way to give back is to order some drinks, okay?
That's right, they told me they had to be busy.
See what?
I wanted to buy it and they told me they had to be busy.
Yeah, okay, well, we are doing our best. That's what they have to know. Alright, so let's get started. Maybe yes. The first thing, remember everyone. We need internet connection. I think there is a Wi-Fi. You said.
Yes, I send the.
You send the. Okay,
yeah,
perfect. Thank you. Just going to go with my phone. Okay, so remember, first thing is to define your project. So we're going to make like a sentence, or as much as needed, to describe our project. And I'm just going to make a new text file and write things bigger so we can see what's going on. So hello. So how do we want to describe this? So we call it dashboard for big data. What do we want to see, or how do we want to explain to the large language model what do we want to create? Maybe just one sentence. Give it a shot. Anyone? Dashboard. big data. maybe we try to ask Claude then what he would say. Yeah. So that's another option. So you know what you want, but you have no idea how it looks like or how it's going to be coded or whatever. Then just go for Claude. So for the people who are new here, I'm going to use Claude. Feel free to use ChatGPT. So Claude is a competitor, Claude.ai. It works the best for coding. That's what everyone says around the world. So you can also use other models, but Claude for me has been working really, really amazingly well. So I want to make an app, a Python app, and then I just paste that. That is a dashboard for big data. Can you describe how it looks? How it looks and hello. How it looks and its functions or features.
Sorry to describe the guy.
So is everybody okay with that? Or you want to write more?
Features for using in Cursor. So
Yeah. Okay, so saying that we use cursor, right? That's a good point. So I'm going to add that. Okay. And I will use cursor. All right. Yeah. Are we okay with that? Does anyone have questions so far for the new people? Yeah, we get that. So basically, coding with AI is really about copying and pasting. You can spend time trying to figure out what it gives you, the information it gives you, and what it's trying to explain to you. It's good to know, but it's not necessary. For the developers, it's really fun to learn new things very quickly, and for the newbies, it's interesting just to see how coding is working. But in my experience, this last 3 months, I don't even try to understand anymore. I just do copy and paste. And when it's not working, I'm just copying and pasting until it works. And sometimes I will say, help me, worst case scenario, I would say, help me to debug. So that means he's going to put some logs and he's going to explain you exactly how to get the logs and how to get them back. And eventually, I've never been stuck so far. Today, I've been working on the website for the community. And I'm stuck on, with some server things, it's complicated. I've been going back and forth for a whole day, and like an hour before I left, it just worked. So patience, like that's one thing you learn as a developer. The talented developers, they have patience and they don't give up, okay? And for the non-developers, just learn from the developers, use Claude AI and don't give up, just keep going, and maybe you get too tired, just let it rest, come back the next day or a week later, try again, and you'll be surprised eventually it's going to work. And once it works, it's like, wow, so cool. Alright, so we launched this. Okay, he's going directly into the code. I should have told him don't give us code yet. Let me just stop that. Just copy and paste. Don't give me code yet.
We only need the description.
Just give us the description, yeah? You said that description, right?
The description, yes.
Description. And again, if you make spelling mistakes, you don't need to care. Okay, you can figure that out. So now he's giving us huge description, of course, just to show off. I'm going to say, summarize it in 2 paragraphs, in 2 sentences, okay? So, Big Data Dashboard is a web based Python application featuring a clean interface with top bar navigation. So that's what we're interested in. Left sidebar control. A main area containing customizable widgets for real-time data visualization, including charts, maps, KPIs. The system supports interactive features like drag and drop, layout, drill down analysis. It's pretty advanced, yeah. Custom queries, while handling both batch and stream processing through a fast API Flask backend connected to Postgres, blah blah blah, database stuff, storage, and so on and so on. So now he's giving us a very complex full end, like back end, front end, wherever. This is a full product. This is basically, if you can build that, you compete with the biggest players on the market right now. So if you let it work on that, it's going to just give us a first draft, and that's what we want to start with, a first draft, and then we'll work on the draft. We'll iterate on the draft. We'll maybe change the colors, we'll change the fonts to make things simple. Then we can go deeper and say, okay, we want different. I'm just thinking which. Yeah, here we go. Real-time data visualization, and you're thinking, okay, he's talking about a chart, a map, and a KPI card. Maybe you want something else. So then you can work on that, and you can even ask it. Do you have some suggestions for other visualization ways? I know there's like, I don't know, 100 ways of doing visualization. So then it can give you a map or send you to some website where it shows different visualizations. So in all this, what do we want to pick? Because we don't want to do the full thing right now. We want to start with the front end, yeah? What do we want to pick here? Or should I just say we just want a simple front end project? Yeah, is that okay for everyone? So we want a simple front end project. We want to start with a simple front end project. Okay, what do you suggest? In 2 sentences. Because his sentences are super packed.
You don't get 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Yeah, just there's a dot here, that's why it looks like 2 sentences. So start with Flask web application. So again, those are like libraries. You don't even need to know what that is. It's going to take care of all of it. For a single page dashboard, so that's good. With 3 essential components, very good. A header with basic navigation, a sidebar for simple filter, and a main component area displaying 2 to 3 key visualizations. Okay, like a line chart for trends and summary, for trends and summary cards for KPIs. So use Flask for the back end, Plotty for the front end, I guess, and Chart for the visualization, and a clean bootstrap layout, and get the core functions working quickly before adding more complex features. So that's exactly what we want. Do we all agree? Yeah? So it's perfect. So it's like 3 elements plus 2 graph. The back end, the beauty of the back end is Flask. So Flask is a library that handles the back end, means all the data that is on the server. And again, you don't need to know much about it. It's just going to tell us how to work this. The only thing is that I don't want to back end right now because I don't want to go there. So I'm just going to tell it to scrap the back end, or maybe thinking. Do you have a suggestion? Like maybe we run the server locally.
Ask you to make some local
server.
Yeah,
let's
kind
do
of
it.
Fake, like a visualization thing with some dummy data, so it doesn't try to fetch anything on the internet.
So maybe we'll ask, can you make, so we want you to make the dummy data. and we don't want to use server at the moment. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, maybe create just a local HTML file to represent the website. And yeah, that's all. I don't
To
even
present,
think
what
it-
did you say there?
To
The website.
Yes.
Okay, looks good. So let's run this. It's going to give us a code.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. It's
Okay.
time.
It's time.
It's time. So for all the people that are new to this, you see how quickly it's just coding. That will take like a week for me. Like before I knew this technique, and then you have to debug, and so it's so much work. But here again, it's just giving you everything, and it's going. You see, it's already giving us a preview of what we're going to see. Yeah? So it's crazy fast, and it's crazy impressive, because now we already have an example, and from there we can already start to decide. We can make the changes to the code right now already. So, does anyone want to make a change to this beautiful dashboard? Anyone? A simple change the color, change the font, change... No? Okay, I change the color myself then. I say change the background color to light blue. So he's writing it. Sometimes you could. It's probably just one or two characters to change in the whole code. So now he's going to rewrite everything. But if you're if you want to save tokens, you just say, give me the area to change, or give me the code, the function to change, and we can try that now. See, now it's changed the color, looking good. And I can just say, what part of the code did you change? So yeah, okay, two things. He changed this and he changed those two things. And so if you have really big code, and you need to do back and forth, and it's taking too much tokens, then you just copy this, go into your code. So here you get a preview, but here you get your code behind it. So click on the code, and you do a find, paste your find. Yeah, okay. That means so I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to go into my cursor. Just start a new project, so I'm just going to open folder, coding session, this one. I'm going to call it big data dashboard. Open. Then I'm going to create a file. I'm going to call it, what did you call it? Okay, just call it big data dashboard. Analysis dashboard. .html. So this is HTML is what we can read from the browser. So I created this file, and then I'm just going to paste this, copy from this little button here, paste it in here, save. Now I have my file here. in big data. Here's my HTML. Just going to open the browser and drag this in here. And we get our dashboard. But you see, this is an old code, right? So the background is not blue, it's still gray. So if I go into the new code, it's this one here. Copy. So I have the old code here. Going back, select everything, save to the same dashboard.html, drag and drop here, enter, and now we get the blue version. Yeah. So I went a little bit fast, but for the people who've been here before, you kind of know what I'm doing. For the people new, do you follow more or less, or you have questions? Yeah? Yes? No? Yes, more or less. Yeah. Anyways, recorded. You can go through the video again. But yeah, we're using Cursor. So this is Cursor for coding. You can use VS Code as well. But Cursor has AI functions integrated in it already, so it's good to practice with it. So basically you can chat with your code, you can just select parts of your code and ask what does that do, can you change the color, can you do whatever. So that's Cursor, and we get our dashboard. We can test it out. So we have a time range, we click here, okay, we have a month, week, 24 hours, so that's pretty good. But the thing here is not changing, right? Let's make it full screen. So we can see that some things are not working. So the time range, so that's here supposed to be the time range. We got January, February, March, and so on. If it will be the 24-hour last 24 hours, it should change to 0 to 24 hours. So here, I like to take notes. So I see, okay, there is one thing I want to change. What is it? So I have things to change, and I would say time range. When I change the time range, it should change the range on the chart. Is that right? Yeah? Anything else you can see so far? So we got web traffic, mobile data. So that's what he chose as a big data sources. So this is something we can change as well. So I'll suggest we'll search online for some big data, and let's see if we can somehow scrap it, or if we will download the data or make an Excel sheet. We'll see what it's going to suggest to us. So I would say let's think. Okay, let's first see what we find. So find big data online. Okay, and then we'll see what comes up. Okay, we have a lot of users. That's good. Activity sessions. That's also looking really good. Average response not so good, but that's okay.
Milliseconds.
Milliseconds. We could have better, no? Okay. So what else? Do you guys see anything that you want to change or work on here? No?
Maybe the titles of the axis, but
Title of the axis, very good point. But you said but?
no, not really.
So we need to know what does the axis mean, right? So I would say just add title to the axis because there is none. Okay, I guess that's how we're going to move forward. Anything else? Okay, nothing much. So first thing first, we're going to look what we can find online. So what you guys know Perplexity? So that's your new Google. That's a company that is threatening Google. It's a search. So I just look for fake, free, big data, fake free big data for testing purposes or app testing. Yeah, just check that out. So we get Giga Sheet, offer a simple no-code solution to generate fake data. Fake libraries, popular libraries like fake.js, something we can download. Okay. So I'm just going to say, give me the bullet points suggestions. I just wanted to give me the bullet points, and then I'm going to put it in Claude and see what he thinks is the easiest. Yeah. So again, I'm not really spending time on reading. I'm just going to Claude and say we wish to use the dashboard with synthetic data, maybe.
So you already have dummy data, so it's synthetic data. Maybe you can find some real data.
That's what I was looking into. Those are fake but real. It's like they generate. It's like websites that generate fake data, but I mean, because the thing is, if we want to look for real data, we have to scrap, and if we need to scrap, it may take time. So that's just why we can do that as second step. Yeah. Unless you have a solution you have in mind.
Maybe some website provides some data to download.
Okay.
So we don't need the scrapping capability just to.
So how do you say that? Search if there is
some medium-sized big database from which we can download it, simply not scrap it.
Okay.
That we could use in the dashboard.
Yeah. Again. Can you say what you told me again?
So,
find medium, big.
Medium size big data database. Medium size big data database from which we can download data to include in the dashboard to be displayed in the But let you do it on cloud. Now you're on something else.
Stack Exchange editor, IMDb database. Okay, I prefer.
Or maybe someone had LinkedIn. Maybe there is somewhere in the internet like fake LinkedIn data, or I don't know. Someone scrapped it already or put it somewhere.
Let us see what's Claude, because now we are using our brains, and our human brains are stupid. Let's see what Claude says. I should have asked which one is the best for you. Okay, he's already typing it. What solution do you suggest for testing our dashboard?
Claude is saying that you can scrape publicly available data from LinkedIn using Python in a responsible way.
Yeah. But that's another project. For now, I just want a big data file. I think.
Maybe just say generate a big data file.
Yeah. Okay. That's
like
the simplest.
data. I have one from one exercise I was doing about like bikes and things like this or food.
Can you send it over somehow?
Sorry?
Do you want to send it over or?
Yeah, can I send? How can I send it? To you?
How big is the file?
It's just the CSV file.
Yeah, my email.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send you.
No. Okay, thanks.
So yeah, here's my email. Okay, I don't know what he says here. So he says faker.js is his first choice, so we could try that. Perfect for quick development and testings and data flow. I need external. So I guess I don't know if that's his a library. Let's try. So what is faker.js? Okay, that's cool. Fake names, fake phone numbers, fake whatever. Shall we try that? And it can generate it for us. Yeah, so it's a perfect combination of all our thinking. Okay, so we want to use. Oops.
It's good, it's an independent way to generate it so that your dashboard can swallow it.
Yeah.
Because if the dashboard generated it and swallowed it.
Help us with integrating this big data to the dashboard. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. So once we have a cool dashboard, because we see how quick it goes, thank you. Then we can try with your data, and then we can, if we still have time, we can try to scrape LinkedIn, because I know that's something you need, right, for your work. So. But yeah, no, I think, because I've been looking into scraping now for quite a while, but it's really doable, but it needs kind of a bit of work. It does not just work like that, because there's so many ways to block scraping. So you have to set up a lot of fake things, like a fake user, a fake mouse, a fake keyboard, pretend you're human, so it's a robot that will pretend he's a human and go online, and you know, and there are services that does that pretty well, but you can really do it by yourself, and that's why I think that's going to be one of the session. Where when I have good control on scraping, I will present that to everyone. Okay, so we have a new code here, so I'm copying that, going back to my cursor here. Just maybe not delete everything. I'm going to make a new file, because once you have something that you're kind of happy with, you know, just don't iterate on top of it, because you might. Sometimes the LLM might give you some wrong information, and then it breaks your code, and then you're like, oh no, and then you don't know how many times you have to go back. And unless you use more sophisticated ways like GitHub and stuff where it controls your versions for you. But if you're just testing out, like here, just make a new file. So I'm just going to call it dashboard2. So I'm going to call it ds_01. So it's version 01. Oh, HTML. And then just copy this, make sure I get it, paste, save. And now I have this one, the new one. Just going to drag and drop it in here. And now it seems that we have some, yeah, we have to ask it what it has done. But it seems there is more data than before because it's kind of reacting a bit more than before. And so here we go. Random realistic user count, active sessions, response time, interactive features. Okay, but that's still the. Okay. I don't know exactly what he has done, but it looks alright. We'll dig into that later. Now we just want to apply the other changes we asked for. So when I change the time range, it should change the range of the chart, and we want to add titles to the X and Y axis. So I just throw that in here. It's going to give me some modifications. And for the people, so I mean, you know, you can start with Claude with the free version for I think 30 or 40 prompts. But yeah, if you have the paid version, you see when it goes here like long chat causes you to reach your usage limit faster. It just means that it's time to start a new chat, because what it's doing now is reading through the whole history, and the whole history is like is going to be fed into the system, and you pay for words, you know. So it suggests to start a new chat, yeah. So the thing is, you don't even need to explain what you've done. You just copy the code and then start a new chat. I'm not going to do it just now because I want to paste the code in here. So I saved it, and now let's see what the new code does. The axis and everything is correct now. Okay, so here is interesting, because you see now nothing is working, only the range, time range. Does anyone know what happened? So yeah?
You didn't explain.
No, could have been that. I think we explained clearly, it's just that it didn't give me the full code. It just gave me a portion of the code that he had changed. Yeah, and that was a range thing. So in that case, sometimes you can see, here it's not clear, but sometimes you can see that the code is not long enough. So I have my own little prompt for that. Let me find it. Yeah, I wrote it here. Because before, in the previous sessions, I was just telling, you know, just give the full code, and it will give the full code until he's blocked with the number of tokens, and then you say give the remaining code, and that's how we did it the few last times. But the code has been updated, and now when you say that, it just does weird things. So I have a prompt now. I'm becoming a prompt engineer. Give the complete code from start to finish. When it cuts off, I will just ask for the remaining code. Okay. And I had to try different things to get to that. So, you know, it looks, yeah, exactly. It looks simple and a bit stupid, but it works, okay? So, and it has been a lot of try and error to get to this, so I'm very proud of it. Okay. So, now he's going to generate, because otherwise he's going to generate code and say, I'm going to split it in two for you. So you think, wow, he's amazing, you know, he realized, and then he splits it wrong. so that's a problem, and that's why I came up with this little prompt. Okay, so now it has given half of it, so I just say, give me the rest of the code. If there is. Yeah, there is. So now he's doing these weird things. You see, before he would give all the code in this window, now he's making two windows. So
Maybe it's because it's too long. Or
no, before it was also he was arguing on one window. It's just the new model, you know, like you get a new model. And it's like an update. If you have a car that updates, you know, like suddenly you have an update, and or on your phone, you know, it's updating, and then the buttons are in different places. That's what's happening here.
You mean a Tesla?
For example. Okay, so now I try with this again. I copy, but this time I copy from here. It's a bit weird. Paste it here. Save. Now we should have all the code. And if I'm here. Okay, so I saw some red here. Wow, look at this. We didn't ask for it, but it was cool. The days are correct now, time periods. And that's last 30 days, yeah, perfect. 24 hours. Period of time, yes, it worked. 23 hours, okay. 90 days, alright, look at this, how beautiful. And web traffic, mobile phone, no, it's the same. Kind of, no, it's not the same. Refresh. Oh, now it gives random. So when I type refresh, it gives random information. So that's very good. We can test stuff. So if I refresh, yeah, the pie also updates. All right. I think we're almost 1 hour. What else do you want to try? We try with your data. You sent the email?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, any questions? Are you guys impressed? Yes. Yeah. That's the beauty. And really, this is what this community is about. It's being excited about being able to create apps just like that. You know, when before you needed to be a developer, you had to spend. Sorry for the developers in this room that have spent hundreds of hours and millions of hours of learning and stuff. Now you can copy and paste things. It won't be as good as developers when they copy and paste. but for people who want to make small things, small apps, and now you don't need to pay a team for it, basically. You just spend 20 euros a month with Claude, and then you can build whatever you want. Plus, you get experience with this. It's pretty cool. So, I see it's updating regularly. So every 10 seconds, he's updating the data. So he's probably generating the data and updating it. But now, any questions? No?
it says refresh every 30 seconds.
There you go. Yeah, some people read the fine prints. So every 30 seconds we get a refresh. Now we want to try with some data. Are you sure you sent to? Can you see if it has been sent and not sent back, or because I don't have it? No. Oh yeah, just arrived. Perfect. Okay. So we have bikes, animals, and body training weights. Which one?
Maybe the first one, the bike.
Bike. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, big data. tell Claude we want to use the CSV, add an upload feature, and adjust the dashboard to be new data from the file. So yeah, now actually I'm not going to do like that. Due to unexpected capacity constraint, Claude is unable to respond to you. That means too many people are using Claude at the moment. Where is it? Okay. So as I said before, and as Claude's suggestion, I'm just copying the code and I make a new chat. Start a new chat. And I did a mistake. Should I copy the
So that's happened on the paid version too?
Huh? Yeah, it's a limit as well, yeah. But today, to be honest, I've been using it the whole day. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, there is a limit of tokens even on the
Because
paid
now
version.
you're on the paid one.
Yeah. So we want to use C3 dash or underscore bike train CSV file. Please add upload feature and use the data of the file. Adjust the dashboard accordingly. Okay.
So the new chat knows the chat dashboard?
No. That's the beauty.
Have you put like the
So
half
how?
of it?
Yeah, but no. It's just that he's going to read the code and understand what it is.
You have to upload the file now. So how he knows what's the dashboard?
Yeah, good idea. It's better to upload the file. It's not necessary.
Yeah, you could upload at least the
Give it as an example.
HTML.
Yeah.
Otherwise you redo everything, no?
No. I mean, I give the HTML.
Ah, you give it.
I give it.
Okay.
I give the HTML now, and I give the CSV file as well. Both. So
Okay.
now he even knows the structure. Not necessary, I guess, but better. Okay, let's run this.
And the first time you didn't add it.
Yeah, first time I didn't give the
HTML.
no, I gave the HTML, but I didn't give the CSV. Because I was thinking, it's going to be smart enough to be able to read the CSV file. Because I explained it, so it will figure it out. But we make it safer with giving the CSV. So while everyone's focused, can I take a picture? If some people don't want to be on picture, just take one picture. Yeah, it's okay. Quick, thank you. Because I always forget, and then it doesn't. It looks like we didn't do anything. Thank you.
Oh no.
Yeah, you don't want to be on picture? Just like this. No. No, you're just saying hi. Thank you. Okay, so now we have our upload CSV. I'm just going to go directly to the code, so I'm going to copy this. Oops. Copy, paste into our cursor. And again, the previous one did work pretty well, so I'm just going to make a new version. Plus ds underscore 0 underscore 2 dot html. Paste the code in here, and we got it here. So I'm dragging it in here. Enter. Is that the right one? No, I took the wrong one. Okay. So let's see. We get our here. So nothing is showing up because we get no data. Press some upload. Put that back here. CSV open, and wow, look at this! How quick!
Nice.
Amazing. This is really cool. So that was number of rentals.
Bike, yeah.
Bikes, number of rentals. Human with number of rentals. Rental is humidity. Okay. So you comparing the amount of renting according to the weather.
Yeah, so the colorations. Try to
Interesting.
define the colorations.
And you find it looks very uncolorated, or is it maybe here like?
Quite, you can see as when the temperature is low,
Yeah.
the number of bikes renting very low.
That
And
makes
you can
sense.
do in the data there is all other data like working days or if it's holiday.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, we get cool, mid, blah blah, and then working days. Yeah, holidays. Wow. Range. So what do we go for? Holiday. Temperature over 25. Range. Medium. Amazing. That's a proof. This is cool. Congratulations, Claude. Bravo. This is really, really amazing. And you know, if you want to work on scrapping LinkedIn afterwards, you know, we can do that. Then.
Yeah. Just for the story, I tried to make a dashboard last week with ChatGPT, and I provided a PowerPoint with something that I drew for a few hours.
Yeah.
But the outcome wasn't. It was very similar, but not as good.
Yeah.
It took me more time, so that's quite impressive actually. And I don't know if it's because of Cloud AI.
It is.
And maybe we don't actually need to provide a drawing like a layout.
With Claude, you can do it.
That would be interesting to see, but
maybe we can do it now. Do you want to draw something on a piece of paper? We take a picture and we put it in, and it's going to do it. That's another cool feature. But let's do it that as a second part.
Or on PowerPoint, or really on a paper.
No, I mean whatever. You can draw something. I mean the thing is, you can even you can draw on your phone and make a little, and then send
We
it.
can draw with a picture, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the most fun. You draw, you know, because the most famous business plans have been written on a piece of paper in the restaurants, you know, like Airbnb and others. So it's cool, you know. Let's say you're in a restaurant, you write your business plan, you take a picture, you put it in there in Claude, and then it builds it for you. And then a year later, you're very successful. That's what we hope.
But whose idea is it then?
The one who wrote it down, I guess. I mean, that's going to be a big fight afterwards, yeah, for sure. But that's how it happens all the time. Like, people who invent ideas together, and that's why I think I posted on the group early. The idea belongs to the person who executes it. Because ideas, there are millions of ideas. Everyone can mix ideas, but the person who executes on it and builds something that will spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours, I think that's the person that deserves the thing. Even if it's really annoying. I mean, I've had ideas that I don't share all my ideas anymore. I learned my lesson. But I think now execution, and whoever does execution, you will do it a little bit different, than someone else, and then it creates competition, and competition is good, and so on. So we are done for the training session. Any questions, feedback, thoughts, whatever? Yes, no? Impressed?
If if you want, but this data were used in Claude, but it fits the AI.
No.
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 So if
Claude
you have
has
confidential data, it should not work on.
yeah, because here you built an app that reads the CSV file, and the app you built is local.
Okay.
So it's nothing good. This is 100% secure and safe. Yeah. Any other question? No. Yeah.
What was the most complex thing you built with it?
Here to this evening, or me in general?
In general.
For me, the most difficult is what I'm working on right now is to set up to have a remote server and an application that reads your server and back and forth. And you need to do a lot of testing. So it took me a whole day, but now it's working. But for me, that's nothing. For complex things in the past would take me maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 months to debug. Like I would have built something and I would just stuck with one little thing and you're just stuck there forever. But now I don't think about this anymore because I know that it's going to debug for me and it's really good at it. So yeah, that was my most complex experience so far. And I think the more you build, the more you make your project complicated, the more you learn to use Claude. So like you will ask, because when your file gets too big, you can then start to ask him to make small files, to structure everything differently. And then you just work on one part, one file, you don't work on the full project anymore. Even though Cursor can work on the full project, Cursor can really read many files and work on it. But it's very expensive in terms of tokens. It's just going to take a lot and it's just going to cost you a lot. But there has been some design happening over there. All right. So, any other questions?
Is there a free version for Cursor?
For Cursor? Cursor is free, right? Free to use, yeah. But it's paid if you want to use the chat thing over a certain number of requires. But you can use it. I mean, the way I use it now, it's totally free. I don't even use the chat features of Cursor, but it's just good to have it.
So all this you do it with the free version?
Yeah. And the other option is VS Code, is also free, but Cursor is a copy of VS Code, but with AI tools implemented in it directly. And if you're a real developer, it's super cool because, but then it's €20 a month with Cursor paid version. But then it really speeds up your work like crazy. You can have the same for free on VS Code and plugins, but then you have to try hundreds of plugins, and some are going to work, some are. I mean, it's just a lot of extra work.
I sent you a super sophisticated design that I'm drawing.
Okay, let's see.
On WhatsApp.
Let's see if I'm not too ashamed to show it to everyone. No. Okay, very good. And what's the smile about?
It's customer satisfaction.
Let's try. So yeah, we're lucky to have one of the most famous artists here. So this is how amazing his drawing is. Thank you for that.
So the middle part is the one that I wanted to implement at the start, the chat bot.
So I drag and drop the picture and I say, can we adjust the layout to look like this? And the smile, okay, the chat is, okay, I have LLM running on my computer, so we can make it local right now as an example. I won't explain into details, but we'll do it next time. Yeah? So it's called the chat should be LM Studio. So that's my local LM. And the smile is a customer satisfaction. How do you call that? Feedback.
Yeah.
Too late.
I mean, we just wanted to put a smile. The customer thing is just an excuse.
Yeah, it's a challenge for Claude to understand. But again, he knows the whole internet, so he will know what's a smile of a customer feedback. For sure, he knows.
I think after that you have to put the
Dividing.
video code.
Yeah. I should have done it already, but yeah, look, he's even. So yeah, now it seems. Yeah, he's giving the full code, so he remembered.
How does the memory work? Does it just always remember whenever we open the project?
No, it's only per project. Yeah, the memory is per project, yeah. Yeah, he gave the full code. Happy. So, okay, so again, I'm going to make a new project. So, file, open folder. Okay, oh yeah, I don't need to do that, I'm stupid. I'm just going to make a new file. So ds_0_3.html, paste, save, and drag the number 3 into our browser, and let's see. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
We have a high score. Okay, let's load our CSV file. And hello, we get a chat. How cool is that?
Nice.
So, hello, I'm your bike rental assistant. How can I help you today? I process your data. Ask me anything about the rental pattern. Do you want to ask something specific?
At 5 degrees day, how many, on a working day, how many bikes do you expect to rent?
Okay, you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Enter. I can help you analyzing the bike rental data. Feel free to ask. Yeah, so he's not connected.
Ah, that's good, but it's not in the middle. The point of the drawing was that.
He didn't get
But
that. But you put that in the middle.
The option bar is kind of on the top, I guess, with the two.
Option bar.
Yeah, those two. But what?
Here. So that's correct. Yeah.
But the graph were supposed to be down, so but they were supposed to be one.
Man, you look at your drawing. he tried something.
Yeah,
He tried something.
It's great.
Okay. Now I'm just going to say your the LLM is how can the LLM understand the CSV file, the uploaded CSV file, so that we can chat with the data. I kind of know how to do that, but it's complex. I don't know if it's going to find a simpler solution. Sometimes you'll be surprised because you have your old thinking and you're like, yeah, it's super difficult. And he's not going to make it, and you just skip it. But no, you should always try, because sometimes you find shortcuts that you never thought of, and it's super cool. So I modified the dashboard to better integrate chat functionality by creating a data context system that the LLM can use to provide more meaningful response about it. So he's going to create a data context system. Let's see what it comes up with, because yeah, the normal way is to create a vector database where you feed in your data and then the LLM is going to read the vector database. But he seems to have found some other solution. So let's see. Let's see. So again, I'm going to make a new version again because I think the last one was pretty good. And paste, save.
I think it lost some code.
You think there was some code missing?
Normally it's almost like 400 lines.
Maybe you optimized it. It's 218 lines. We'll see. We'll see. If it's enough or not, we'll ask more. And you're right. So
The rest of the code, blah blah. So it's not the full code.
yeah, it's not at all. So you see here it says previous. Yeah, I can see, but so here it says things like the previous part of the code remains, and at the end it says there's still rest of the code. So you can just copy this, and put it in. But every time I do that, I do mistakes, and then it takes me so much energy to just figure out the mistakes. So I've given up, and I just do the prompt master.
Magical prompt.
Yeah. Takes a little bit longer, I know, but compared to the old days, it is super fast. Like 2 years ago, it was already the old days, Like I think even like a year ago, it was the old days because it since said Claude, that version of Claude 3.5, it codes like crazy well. So we're lucky.
The problem is if we have no expertise, how are we gonna see if there is a mistake?
You don't need to have expertise. You can just say what is a mistake. If it does a mistake.
No, but let's say it does something that code-wise works, but is
that's
factually
called
wrong.
testing, right? So then you need to set up a testing environment, and you can do it with Claude as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So that's one thing that is really popular with Claude or LLMs is testing. So code creation is only very new since Claude, really. Before, the other LLMs are not coding so well. But for testing your app, you can basically tell your LLM, okay, test this app, and it's going to do a whole strategy for testing it, and it's going to create Python applications to do all the testing and so on. And now there's the new thing coming up is where the mouse and the keyboard, you've seen that, is connected to the LLM, and you can just say to your computer, okay, open Explorer, go to this site, log into my Google account, and it's going to do it all by itself.
But what was the whole thing with it opening a national Yosemite Park?
Didn't see that.
Apparently, someone used on his computer, and the LLM opened picture of Yosemite Park.
Okay.
For some reason, while coding, because it was bored or that was explanation.
Oh yeah. There are weird things happening. Yeah, it's still
but
hallucinating.
That's
Yeah.
It's really weird hallucination.
But again, we are just at the beginning. We are so early that things are only going to get better. Yeah, that's. So what I do usually to make sure it doesn't miss anything. So I go to my code and I go to the end. I just copy the last bit. Oh wait, it's correct. No, it's not. So I just take the last bit and I just say, give me the remaining from here. And then I paste. Then I'm sure it's going to start from here and that it's not missing anything. Yeah, see now he just take, if you look at the code here, he took that part here, and then I can just select this and paste from there. Then you're sure it's not missing. Because sometimes there are like small things, like can be just like a small function that is missing, and then you will never think about it, and then only after using the app for a while, suddenly you will see that something is not working. And it's just a waste of time. It will fix it, but it's just a waste of time. All right. And yeah, and at the moment, this looks like, I mean, it's super fast compared to like 6 months ago. But there is a new hardware coming out where it just goes so fast you don't even have time to see that it's thinking. What? Okay, still more code. It means it has done a lot of work to integrate the LLM. I mean, integrate the data into the LLM. So again, I'm just going to copy this and say give the remainder from.
Why it doesn't give you?
Because the number of text you give in and you give out is limited. It's just the way the technology works. There are other models where you can give in way more, but it's not good at coding. that's only one. That's only. Yeah, it's really the best coding LLM. Sorry, what's the end? I'm not sure. So it's just giving that as the end. Okay.
Maybe just it's strange. He's asking within the code if he wants. Is there anything specific about any part? About
Wait.
any part of like the last line?
I'm just going to ask him to start from here.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
It's like he's chatting with you within the code.
It looks like it.
You became crazy.
Yeah, sometimes weird things are happening.
Just hallucinations.
I guess internal hallucinations, you know, like. Okay, now we get the real end. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't too much. So yeah, he was discussing with me, huh? In the code. Wow. Upload container, that's the one. Yeah, to be honest, it's not the first time I see that from the new model. Yeah, sometimes just in the code he's asking me questions, and I'm like,
you could comment it.
all right. So now let's see if we can chat.
I think you can double click on the file.
Double click on the file.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and the
Sure.
email.
Yeah. Okay. What was the question again? Give me the bike. No. How? What was the question?
I'm sorry.
In 5 degrees.
At 5 degrees in a working day.
Yeah.
What is the expected bike rental?
The database contains 254 working days. Okay. We have to be more specific, it seems. But is it true? This data, is it correct?
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
I mean, about the
number of
working days. I don't know.
Okay, but let's be more specific. Let's just take a point here. Like, let's do like.
How many back below?
There's a date, like at that day, at that time, or that day of the year.
At what day of the year have you are the most bikes rented?
Yeah.
What? day of the year are most rented bikes? You can ask me about temperature, request to change somewhere in the daytime. Okay, so it's not. So again, needs more work.
And can you change the graph with the chat but not with the options?
Let's try.
Like change the. I think you can change the time.
The days of the graph to holidays. No.
No, that's clearly.
But it's doable. I think that's going to be a good session. So it means we will include database, vector database, and that will take a whole hour, but then we will be able to discuss with information. Right now we just have an LLM that is connected to kind of some information about the CSV file, but not fully understands it. All right, time for a break. Any questions? No? Okay, let's have a little break. Grab something to drink so they're happy, and and then let's do some groups. Maybe that's something we should define before. So, who wants to work on what this evening? You have your project. You have something. You don't. You guys have a game? No. Yes, you have the game.
She decided.
She decided. Yeah. Okay. And here some.
I mean, I can do the workout thing, but I'll just continue the growing.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, I'll ask later. And then over there, any idea for a project? No. Not yet. Over there, maybe. No. So then we should make some groups. So can you remind us what your project is about? Everybody, please listen. And then you go in groups to collaborate there.
So it's an app and it's a stylist assistant. So it can help you to design outfit for any events you want or for daily use.
So it's like you take picture of your
Yes, it has
clothes.
All your clothes, so it knows what you have, and you can suggest outfits, and you can suggest also to go on the internet, find new ideas, and you can match the ideas with what you already have in your closet, or buy new clothes.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
So that's one group. You guys
making a game, yeah, spaceship game.
Spaceship game for the
we're
gamers.
open for other ideas too.
Okay.
For the moment, it's a spaceship game.
Yeah. Over there.
PT chatbot.
PT.
The physical therapy.
Physical therapy chatbot. Yeah. Okay. So that's another group. Here.
I have multiple ideas, but they're all. Okay, I'm gonna start slowly. So the first thing is, I guess when I say the workout app situation,
yeah.
Like we either have to. The problem is I don't know how to generate the data because we can theoretically make it go on the internet.
But your summary of the project.
Okay, the summary is gonna be essentially optimal workout.
Optimum worker.
No, optimal workout.
Workout. Okay, optimal workout. Very good. Any other project? Web scraping? No.
Yeah,
LinkedIn web scraping.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 groups. I don't know how we're going to do that. If we want to shuffle a bit the positions or sure. But first, let's have a 5 minutes break. We open the door. We get something to drink, and then we'll get into groups.
Yes.
Cool.
Hi, are you?
Oui, c'est le.
Yeah,
Yes.